Hello everyone, it's Michelle back making a video on her updates. If anyone is new here, I made two previous videos talking about symptoms and talking about vitamin D, just health things, health concerns. And it's been a year since I made those videos, and I've had people comment like asking for updates and asking like how I'm doing and if I found anything out. And I haven't been able to make another video because I've been struggling, like trying to figure this out, struggling with my symptoms and just going through a lot like everybody else who has commented on the videos. So I wanted to make a video and like know everything I'm saying, like have some kind of, oh, I have this and this is how you take care of it. So I haven't like wanted to make it because I wanted to make it in order to help people. I didn't want to do it still a little bit clueless as to what's going on. But I decided to make another video because it's nice to know like what's been going on, where I'm at now, and what I've learned. So basically in the last videos, I was worried because I started having a whole bunch of symptoms, which you will see if you go to video 1 and video 2. But I was like confused because I'm like, I know vitamin D is serious. I know a lot of people suffer with it, but I was just like telling myself like all the symptoms I was having, I couldn't possibly believe that it was all vitamin D. So I went down a rabbit hole of like, I paid out of pocket with specialists, and it was so expensive, these specialists, that people have no idea. Like, I mean, yeah, people do know how much it is, but I'm saying like you wouldn't think it's even close to that amount. And so it's just been a crazy journey since that last video. So in the last video, I kind of went over it and I was talking about how I took some tests that the neurologist recommended, and they all came out normal except for one of them, which this is everything I'm saying. It's not like, oh, I'm a doctor and I know everything, or I'm not like, I didn't study any of this. So like, I'm not a doctor is what I'm saying, but I have done research and I have talked to people who know about this. So I am knowledgeable in it, but as far as I can be, I still have a lot to learn. So I don't want people to think like, for anyone to take any like medical advice, but this is just things that I've been learning and things that have given me a little bit of hope towards working on my health, instead of like those other two videos I did that I looked like, clueless and sad. I'm still sad and suffering, but like, I think that I found something out of nothing, which is what I had before. So in the other video, I was talking about how I went to a neurologist and I took all these tests, which were fine, but I took a Lyme disease test, which was just for antibodies. So with Lyme disease tests, it's very like hard to actually get an accurate test. That's what I hear everywhere. That's what people that I know that have Lyme disease have told me, like the tests is really hard for the accuracy. So the test that I took was for antibodies, which is like the most basic one that you take. And I was like, Lyme disease? Like, I don't remember getting bit by a tick. It's probably not Lyme disease, like, I was like, whatever. But then I started searching up about Lyme disease, and I was like, oh my God, like I have a lot of those symptoms that I was describing, that it was like vitamin D, And so I started looking at that and I was like, well, all I gotta do is just wait for my tests. And I started to try to track back, like, when did I get bit by a tick and all these things. I was so confused. And then I got my test back and it was really weird because it was like, it was over the normal range. So the normal range was like 90 or something like that. And mine was like 95, but it was below, like, I asked the neurologist, what does this mean? Like, it's not negative, but it's not like extremely, extremely high. So she was like, oh, it's a negative positive. No, a positive negative. And I was like, what? Like, who takes a test and somebody comes out and says it's a positive negative? Like, I don't even think for COVID it was like that. Like, I was just so confused and I'm like, what? So I went down on Facebook, like I went on a support group And this is where it gets good, because this is where it might help you guys, or if you guys want to do your own research, that's what I highly recommend, because I don't, at the end of the day, I'm still trying to heal. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with me. But I went to this Facebook support group that talked about Lyme disease, and I put my symptoms there. I put what happened with the test, everything going on, and I learned so much about it. Like, they were talking about the symptoms there, and it was all the symptoms that I was talking about, all the symptoms that people were talking about in the comments, and it was just like eye-opening. I was like, what? And then I do remember going to a camp and like getting extremely sick after. So I'm like, did I get bit by a tick there? And Lyme disease is like not talked about a lot. It's like something that if you tell a Western medicine doctor about, they'll just be like, oh, you probably not, or just take some antibiotics or something. But if you don't catch it right away and you let it linger in your body for years, it could really cause a lot of neurological effects, a lot of physical effects, a lot of the effects that we were all talking about in the comments. So I went there and I met a friend who messaged me and was talking to me, and I was so confused. I never ever thought anything about Lyme. I never thought I would get Lyme. I was so confused. And so, I don't know, we started talking, and to not make this video crazy long, because I have a feeling if I don't stop soon, I'm gonna go over 20 minutes. But I found out a lot of things about health, and I realized that there is always a root cause to the problem. And I'm sorry, the phone is moving a lot. It's just, I feel like I can talk better when I'm walking or like moving around, not like just sitting still. So I mean, it's not that I didn't know this before, but everything that we were talking about and everything I was talking about in those videos has to have a root cause. Like, things don't just happen for no reason. We have low vitamin D. I still have low vitamin D right now. So by all means, it could just be that. But I feel like there has to be something wrong, because why is it that some people are completely normal and not have any symptoms, and then there's people who do? So I started digging deep, and that's why I wanted to make this video, because I wanted to like share it with you guys, and I want feedback. I want to see what you guys put in the comments, what you guys think, if any of you guys have like looked into this. But then I was talking to my friend from that support group, and I learned that like it's a very high possibility that I do have Lyme disease, because a positive negative is really rare. It's more common for you to get a negative, for you to get a test that says negative, but you're actually positive, but not a positive negative. You know what I mean? So I did the research, and I'm like, I do remember some events where maybe I could have gotten infected with it. And I did remember my life declining. So I was like, this could be a possibility. Then I talked to my friend, and she was telling me how like there's a lot of things that affect our health, right? That causes so many things that we don't even think about. For example, I grew up in like apartments like that were like had so much black mold. And I thought it was normal. I grew up like that. I'm just like, whatever, like mold is everywhere. Like, it's just mold. But I developed I started, getting sinus issues, started getting all these issues when I was around mold a lot. And I was like, this can't be normal, but whatever. Like, people usually ignore things until there's a real cause of concern, like a health problem, So then that friend of mine from that group told me how she got super sick and had all these symptoms due to like black mold toxicity. So I know maybe for a lot that sounds silly. It's like, no, that can't get you that sick. But if you think about it, it can. That's why it's a big deal. That's why if you go to a house and it has if you get it tested and it has black mold, you can't live in it. It's inhabitable, because it's dangerous for you. There's toxins released by the mold spores that get inside of you, and you're breathing it every day. You're breathing it all the time. It could be in your work office. It can be anywhere it is that you go, and you're breathing it. So we're exposed to it. And some people don't detox it properly, and some people get affected by it more than others. We're all technically probably get affected by it, but some people get affected by it more. So I think I started having a lot of allergies and stuff when I was around mold, and I was like, Then I talked about in this video that I had like this sinking feeling at night when I was trying to go to sleep, and it was just awful. Like that, I can say, is the only thing that has gotten better since that video I posted. Like I feel it sometimes, but very rarely. And I just learned about all these holistic health, which I feel like from being rejected and being treated so awfully in Western medicine, like natural, I'm not saying natural like, oh, you can never take medicine. I'm saying like trying to find the root cause of it, you know? I'm going down that path. And I really wanted to share that with you guys because Western medicine hasn't been helping me. They just dismiss me, make me sound crazy, try to shove up a whole bunch of antidepressants. And it's like, that's not working for me. So I started learning about the whole mold thing, and I tested my apartment that I was living in at the time for mold. And guess what? The test kits had it had mold, like black mold, like mold everywhere. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm breathing this every day because it's like a petri dish, and you leave it out and you leave it like for 3 days in a dark cabinet, and then you open it and then you could see how much is growing. And it's like, it was a whole family of them, a lot, like definitely a not healthy amount. So luckily our lease was ending. So I moved out, and I came to a brand new building where they had just built. We were the first residents to live in our apartment. So it's either no mold or very, very little mold. And I have been sleeping better, but my symptoms haven't been like, wow, super great. Like I still have floaters. I still feel a little off balance. I'm still struggling like hard. Like my symptoms are still pretty bad, but at least I can sleep a little better. And I don't know, I feel like I'm getting to the bottom of it. And I just learned so much that it's so hard to put all in one video. I started changing a lot of things I do, like eating. I try to watch out the ingredients and stuff that they put in the foods that we're eating. And also hair products, skin products. I try to make sure that it doesn't have unnecessary chemicals that you're absorbing in your skin. And, even candles, Febreze, things like that you think are nothing, but when you see the chemicals, the harsh chemicals that it has, you spray it everywhere, you're breathing that in. It's a lot. And if you guys like have questions about that, if this was a huge transformation from like the other 2 videos I did, I can like comment back. Like if you guys, anything, like I can comment back, we can have a chat about it. Or if you guys want more videos on what I've been learning, I can make another video. But if it's not, like, it's fine. But I've been basically trying to get to the root cause of everything and just changing out things slowly. And I am still gonna go to the doctor, to a Lyme literate doctor, someone who knows about Lyme, and get like a proper testing. And most likely find a naturopathic doctor. I will be getting blood work again for like vitamin D, B12, all of that. I will go to the eye doctor again. Like, of course I'm gonna like do all of those things. But I'm just saying there's things in your everyday life that are harming you more than you think, And if you search about it, like if in the comment you're like, what? And you want to say something like, what are you talking about? I will respond. But it's just so crazy how the things that you think are normal can actually be affecting you. The lotion that you put on could have like over 20 chemicals that you're putting on your arm, and you're absorbing all of that. Like, I don't know. It may sound crazy, but please let me know what you guys think. I don't know if this video made y'all think about something like or not, but I do know that it has helped me have had more peace of mind to think like, what can really be the issue? It could be a little more stressful for others, like, oh my God, not more tests or not more curiosities. But at the same time, it's like, you want to find out what's really happening. You don't want to have to take vitamin D every single day and hope that is the issue. Like, there's so much more to this. And I do still have my symptoms. Some of them gotten better, some of them gotten worse. It's kind of like, sometimes it's like a domino effect. But I do know that these things are real. Lyme is real, mold toxicity is real, harsh chemicals they put on our daily products are real. And especially as a female, like we are women, we're hormonal. We're like disrupting our hormones with so many things already. So just think about it and let me know what you guys think in the comments. But before I go, I just hope everybody has good health and is, gets some relief from their symptoms. And I have major brain fog and all these issues, so sometimes I get really insecure making a video. Like, I don't even know, this video might be ridiculous. I'm still gonna post it, and if it's terrible, I'll just put it down. But I don't know, it's just food for thought, and I needed to share it because everyone has been commenting, and I'm like, oh my God. But also, I forgot to say, Lyme disease and mold act together. So if you have Lyme disease and you're living in mold and you're breathing that in all the time, then of course your Lyme is gonna be worse. It's gonna be acting up more, like your immune system is compromised. So yeah, I've learned a lot. If you guys wanna know what support groups, if you guys wanna know what support groups I got on Facebook and stuff like that, I'll put it in the comment below. So you guys can follow the Facebook support groups and you could find out so much information that they will tell you way better than me. And yeah, I love you guys. I really hope this video wasn't worthless, but let me know everything in the comments, everything. Anyways, bye.